seeing right now and what we see on those numbers is that there is a cultural identity crisis that we are undergoing as a community that is completely splitting and dividing Latinos. And in this crisis, you have, on the one hand, Latinos that believe that in order to achieve the American dream, you have to get as close as possible to whiteness.
I told you guys, that's all I'm going to say, is I told you, don't mess with these Hispanics, don't mess with these Latinos. We ain't having it. You're not going to do us like you've done the black community. I have so much to say about this because the absolute virtue signaling, hypocrisy, and the psychopath mentality that the Democrat Party and the radical left have against minorities is just through the roof. And you're starting to see it come out through the Latino community because they can't control us. You're not going to control us. We're not your commodity, okay? We don't belong to you. You're not going to do us like you've done the black community. And this is why I'm very loud and why I've been very loud, because we ain't having it. So, welcome to Drew Hernandez Live. We're going to go over this video and this psychopath MSNBC. This is George Ramos's daughter, MSNBC contributor, just cannot fathom that Latinos are not stupid enough to continue to vote for Democrats that don't care about them like the black community does. You know, no offense, but I mean, that's what's happening in this country. We're going to go over this tonight, and I have a lot to say about this. So welcome to Drew Hernandez Live. My name is Drew Hernandez, hopefully one of your favorite podcast hosts here on YouTube. Listen, we are extremely shadow banned, deboosted, demonetized on this channel. Obviously, over 55K subscribers, can barely get 2,000-3,000 views if we're lucky. So if you guys would like to support us, literally, this is how you can do it. We are supported by the people, we the people, that is you the people, every single one of you, my people that are watching tonight. The way that you can support me is go check out the merch store. The link is in the description below. Go cop a t-shirt, support Drew Hernandez, or you can drop a one-time donation through Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. The link is in the description below through my website, or you can do super chats. Drop one now, in the middle, or at the end of the show. If you love something I say and you want to get behind independent alternative media, that is how you can do it, guys. Thank you guys very much. Also, shout out to the DH Alliance, every single one of you. That is another way you can support me monthly for as low as $5 a month on the membership section of this channel. Thank you guys very much for the support. Love every single one of you guys. Make sure to smash that like button, destroy that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, and toggle on the all selection. Don't even know if that does anything anymore. I don't even know. My own wife doesn't even get notifications, and she's married to me, and she's subscribed to my YouTube channel, and so she actually has to find me when she wants to watch me. So that's how bad this channel is, okay? So like I said, we might move over to Rumble, but it's very expensive to live stream monthly over there. So if you'd like to support me and you want to see this show grow somewhere else, that's how you can do it. So thank you guys very much. This is the way. Here we go. These people are psychopaths, and I've been telling people for months, I've been preaching this. Timcast IRL, I've been loud as hell on every single show I can be, saying we are not going to be slaves of the Democrat Party. Call me whatever you want. Say I'm too loud. Say I'm screaming through the mic and I need a compressor. Say whatever the hell you want, okay? I don't care, because I cannot be loud enough to drive the point home far enough to communicate to the world that my community will not tolerate being done like the black community has by the Democrat Party. I don't care what anybody says. Say what you want to say about me. I don't care. Because at this point, I know what is on stake. I know what is at stake. I know what is on the line. The largest non-whiting vote since 2020, the non-whiting voting bloc of 2020, since 2020, is now not black people, the Hispanic Latino community. And the Democrat Party is freaking the hell out because now they see it and now they're trying to mobilize. And it's so funny watching these people trying to make sense as to why Latinos, okay? We're going to go over some of the stats and the numbers and the growth of support that Trump has now gained after the 2020 election in comparison to 2016 from the Hispanic Latino community. And it's huge. It's amazing. But it's hilarious and it's shocking to watch these people try and figure out and wrap their minds around why and how this could happen. And the only explanation we get from these woke-tards is that Hispanics and Latinos are confused. They have an identity crisis and they think that they're white. And they wonder why Latinos are like, shut the hell up. You ain't speak for me. I don't think I'm white. I vote for Trump because the guy is freaking great for business. That's what Latinos want. They love God, they love their money, and they love their family. And they love literally this country. It's very simple. It's very, very simple. They love their God. They love their family. They love their money. They love their business. They love their independence. The Hispanic community wants to be independent, okay? We don't want to be living on freaking welfare. I'll get into that right now, okay? This video is freaking hilarious, okay? Because these people, all right? This is George Ramos's daughter, MSNBC contributor. She's a so-called journalist, virtue signaler. I think she's a racist because her only explanation as to why Hispanics and Latinos are turning their back on the Democrat Party, she says, is because they're confused and they have an identity crisis and they think that they're white. And they wonder why they're losing support. Because I hear that, I'm like, the hell are you talking about? What? Racists. Well, let's get this up for some context real quick. Fox News reports MSNBC contributor complains of crisis as Latinos move away from Democrats. MSNBC panel frets over seeing 10-point bump in Latino support in 2020. MSNBC contributor Paola Ramos was lambasted after suggesting the trend of Latino voters distancing themselves from the Democrat Party is a crisis. I have so much to say about this stupid statement, okay? MSNBC contributor Paola Ramos was lambasted after suggesting the trend of Latino voters distancing themselves from the Democrat Party is a crisis. Let's pull out this real quick. I have to say this real quick. Don't you find it ridiculous? I myself, as an American, yes, America first. I'm not a Hispanic American. I'm an American Hispanic. Yes, that's how I define myself, okay? I find this so offensive. And this is why these people are losing support. She calls Latinos turning their back on Democrats and voting for Trump a crisis. But these woke-tards will not address what's happening to Latinos at the border. A legitimate humanitarian crisis, and they wonder why they're losing support. And they wonder why we view this as Americans, we view this as Latinos, we view this as citizens of this country, and you virtue signaling liars, woke-tards, and literally lemmings, you'll say that Latinos leaving your party and your side is a crisis, but Latinos and Hispanics being human trafficked, kidnapped, and raped by criminal cartels at the southern border for the past 5 going on 6 months is not a crisis. And you expect us to get behind you with our full support? Absolutely not. This is why these people are woke tards, and people need to see this. All they give a damn about is what? Votes. That's all they care about. They don't care about the community. All they care about is votes. That's all these people are going to talk about in this clip I'm about to show you. But first, let's go over some of these numbers. Let's pull this back up. Research from the 2020 presidential election revealed that Hispanic voters began gravitating toward former President Donald J. Trump. Despite his eventual loss to President Joe Biden, Trump won 38% of Hispanic voters in 2020. You're welcome. Trump won 38% of Hispanic voters in 2020, a 10-point increase from 2016. After all the racist slurs and saying children are being separated from the border, all this garbage, I'm going to address this right now, okay? We ain't buying it. We ain't buying it. You're not going to shove socialism and communism down our damn throats. Our people have already been oppressed by these regimes in Cuba, and the list goes on. We're not having it anymore. Look at Venezuela. We're done. Trump won 38% of Hispanic voters in 2020, a 10-point increase from 2016. Wow. For a Republican, that is phenomenal. I'll tell you that right now. New analysts from the new Pew Research Center found. So I'm going to play you guys a video. Let's take this down. I want to show you guys her woke-tard response. These people are freaking out, and it's hilarious. These people, they talk and they act like they own us. You don't own us, honey, okay? We are not your commodity, okay? We don't belong to a political party as a people. Like I said, you ain't going to do us like you've done the black community. We ain't taking that. We ain't having that. We ain't going to allow that. As Hispanics, our community is going to stand up and stand strong and say, hell no. And that's what you're starting to see right now, because we will not bow down to the communists. We will not bow down to the globalists. We will not bow down to the socialists. We will not bow down to your crap. You're not going to shove this stuff down our mouth. We're done. Anyways, yes, very loud and passionate Latino speaking, so listen up. Well, here we go. I'm going to play you guys this clip, and it's freaking hilarious because they cannot understand how this is happening, because they believe that they control us and they believe that we belong to them because of, you're going to hear words like loyalty. Yes, you're going to hear words like partisan loyalty. These people are psychopaths. They think just because of the color of our skin, we are by default supposed to be Democrats. Psychopaths. Listen to this video. It's freaking hilarious. And I'm going to react to it. I'm going to do a reaction because it blows my mind. The stuff that comes out of these people's mouths, and it just makes me laugh because they're so woke-tarded. So take a look.
Paula, I'm going to start with you. When you looked at these numbers, what jumped out to you?
How after 4 years of Donald Trump, right, after hearing about the wall, after seeing family separation, after seeing hate crimes rise, after hearing the words, go back to your country, how is it possible that Donald Trump did 10 points better with Latinos in 2020 than he did in 2016?
Hey, I know why. You want to know why? Because everything you just said is a freaking lie, and you're full of crap. The family separations, listen, Latinos and Hispanics are not stupid, lady. Family separations have been happening since Clinton, and you tried to blame it on Trump. You guys had your little puppets. Let's pull. Hold on. You guys, no, leave it. You guys had your little puppets like AOC coming out saying, "Oh my gosh, there's concentration camps. There's concentration camps in the United States of America. Latinos. Oh my goodness, look at what's happening. The children are being separated. Who built the cages, Joe? Who built the cages, Obama? Was it Trump?" You guys kept blaming Trump, and we saw through your damn lies. You guys were trying to lie to us, and we said, we ain't having it. Thank you.
And I think there's a story behind that 10-point increase, Alicia, right? I think it goes beyond politics. It goes beyond strategy.
Okay, now I'm going to prepare you for this. To all my Latinos, my Latinas, everyone out, all my Hispanics, okay? I just brace for impact, okay? Because all my passionate people out there, y'all know what I'm talking about right now. This woke tard, okay? This embarrassment. Let me just play it, okay? Just listen, okay? Listen to this. Listen to her explanation. She's going to explain to you why you voted for Donald Trump in these next sentences, okay? Take a look.
I think what we're seeing right now, what we see on those numbers, is that there is a cultural identity crisis that we are undergoing as a community that is completely splitting and dividing Latinos. And in this crisis, you have, on the one hand, Latinos that believe that in order to achieve the American dream, you have to get as close as possible to whiteness. And that is something that Trump gave them permission to do. And on the other hand, you have Latinos that believe that in order to achieve the American dream, you have to get as far as possible from whiteness. And that is a dilemma that I don't think we have seen clearly.
Who believes that? Who believes this? What Hispanic is living in the United States of America right now that it's having an identity crisis with whiteness? Listen, if you're Hispanic right now, you're Latino, this woke tard literally said the reason why you voted for Trump is because you have an identity crisis and you're confused and you think you're white. And they wonder why we don't support these morons. Hey!
What we saw in 2020 is that Trump and Republicans were able to tap into some of the fears of different segments within the Latino community, and whether that's related to socialism, whether that's related to immigration, whether it's related to the concept of the American dream.
Who is this? Who are these people? Listen, do you want to know why Trump dominated in Florida? Do you know who put him over the top in Florida? Who was it? Who was it? It was Hispanics. It was Latinos. It was the Cuban community as well. You want to know why? Because Cubans and Hispanics have a little understanding of what all of your woke-tard communist agendas actually look like in the real world. We don't want that. We don't want that communist utopia. We want capitalism. We want independency. We want to own our own businesses. We want our own success. And it's not because we're confused and want to be white. Yeah, maybe Hispanics and Latinos and Cubans are kind of a little standoffish with all the radical Marxism starting to come out in the United States of America because they've lived through it. And they wonder why they're losing support.
But now, when we see a 10-point gain for someone like Trump, after all of the harm he's done, it's time to counteract that with investments that dig into the nuance and reality of the lived experience of different segments of this community.
Yeah, so you know what? We're not controlling these people psychologically, so it's time for us to invest a lot of money to control the minds of these people that we've lost control of. Psychopaths. My gosh.
Focusing on 2022 can seem myopic, especially when you're talking about a fast-growing portion of the electorate that is going to have the power to change elections for years to come.
Which is true. What have I been telling you? Since 2020, who is the largest non-white voting bloc? Hispanics. Okay, so they know this. They know this. And they smell it. They smell it. They know it's here.
Specifically, when we talk about young Latinos, what is it that they need to be seeing now from both parties to establish the type of partisan loyalty that...
Partisan loyalty, okay? So what she's saying is, what do we need to do to make young Hispanics and Latinos loyal to us? These people are psychopaths, dude. Authoritarian psychopaths, okay? When you hear people talking like this on the freaking news, this is a problem, bro. This is news. Talking about people in this country, partisan loyalty. What the hell? Holy crap, run away. When you hear talk like this, you run the hell away.
can carry for generations?
The most important thing they need to see is that the promises that were told and given to them are actually being accomplished, right? When President Biden talked about immigration reform, when he talked about climate change, when he talked about criminal justice reform, people didn't necessarily vote for him because they were loyal to him. It's because they banked on faith, because they believed in that promise, because they believed that the party truly, truly wanted that type of America. I think the most important thing young people need right now is to not be disillusioned. And the way to get that right now is to see those promises actually become reality. And once again, being very shameless about that, right? Having a party and a president and an administration that fights for that vision that was promised on the campaign trail. So I think what they need right now is what all young people need, which is to not be disillusioned, right? To understand why you're fighting, why you're voting. And the only way you understand that is if you see actual results.
Do you know who we saw results from as the Hispanic Latino community? Do you know who we saw promises kept from? He's not perfect. He ain't Jesus Christ. But I'll tell you one thing. President Trump was very good for the Hispanic community. Unemployment rate, lowest. All-time low. Small business owners, Hispanics skyrocketing before the pandemic and the lockdowns, which a lot of us are very not happy with Trump in. But I'll tell you one thing. We saw results. Everything she's talking about, it's like she can't even see or answer her own question. How could Hispanics be voting for Trump? Oh my goodness, this is a crisis. How did this happen? She literally answers her own question at the end of the segment. Her wisdom answers the question at the beginning of the segment. How could this happen? Use your own wisdom. When you see a politician actually putting forward results and actually doing good for the communities, we see that. So we continue to vote for that. That's what happened. You woked hard. Listen, let me address a couple things here, dude, because this is just it blows my mind that these people talk to us. They talk about us like they own us. We're confused at the beginning of the video. She basically says the reason why you voted for Trump is because you're confused. You have your identity, you're confused. You have an identity crisis. because you don't know if you want to be white or not. As a Hispanic, as a Latino, the reason why you vote for Trump is because you want to be too white or you don't want to be white enough. So you don't really know where you fit in this country. Who the hell thinks like that? Listen, what Hispanic thinks like that? I don't know anybody that thinks like that, bro. It has nothing to do with whiteness. It's policy. It's things that change our lives. It's things that improve our lives, or it's things that make our lives worse. Obviously, it's somebody's rhetoric. It's how they carry themselves. But what is this politician doing for the community? I'm not looking at somebody's skin color as a Hispanic person. I don't care. I honestly don't care. It's what the person does. And she even says that at the end of the video. Listen, it is hilarious and it's so insulting. And she wonders why Hispanics and Latinos are turning their backs on them when she turns around and says they all have an identity crisis because they voted for Trump and they just want to be white. I hear that and I'm like, what the hell? I tune out immediately. I'm like, who the hell are you? Who are you? Who are these people? It's unbelievable. Also, she says that how could they be voting for Trump when they saw the family separations? They said they heard him say, go back to your country, and the hate crimes went up. Listen, Hispanics, American Hispanics do not want illegal immigration. You want to know why? Because that puts our communities on the other side of the border in danger. Okay, our communities that are coming from different foreign countries are putting themselves in positions to possibly be raped, murdered, or kidnapped children, women, and the adults that are coming over, making a dangerous journey. We don't want that. We don't want to see that. That's not showing us that you care about our community. When you purposefully put these people in this position, does it make sense to you now, guys? I've been telling you guys, I've said this on the news, I've said this everywhere on podcasts. The reason why they're importing millions of Latinos and Hispanics into the United States is for this very segment I showed you tonight. They know they're losing support. They're losing it in this country. So now they need more desperate people. They're going to import them in the country and then eventually give them citizenship, and they will worship them if we don't do something about it quickly. That's what they're doing. Does it make sense? Is it clicking for you guys? All they're doing is using people. That's all they're doing is use. They don't care. They don't love you. They're not looking out for you. They just want to win a damn election, and they want power and control. I don't care about Republican or Democrat. I care about truth. I care about honor. I care about mercy. I care about correction and rebuke when it's necessary, when people are being liars and deceivers. I care about the improvement of people's lives. That's what I care about as an individual, as an American, as a Christian, as someone that lives in this country. Ridiculous. Everything's about freaking race with these damn people. We don't want illegal immigration. I don't like turning on the news, seeing little Hispanic Latino 3-year-olds being thrown off the top of a 14-foot border wall in the middle of the desert. We don't like that. That's what's turning us away. And you guys caused it. Joe Biden called for a border surge at the southern border. Kamala Harris can't even get down to the southern border. She goes to El Paso at a border patrol station acting like she cares about us. And y'all wondering why? You still won't acknowledge the crisis. You still won't acknowledge what's happening to our communities at the southern border. Y'all acting like it's not even happening. And you're wondering why? You're asking yourself, how did this happen? How did this happen? The wall enforcing our immigration laws puts a stop to the criminal cartels literally taking advantage of our communities on the other side of the border, using them as a commodity and making billions of dollars off of them, human beings. These people are stupid. They're psychopaths. They think they own us. Isn't that interesting? The language she uses. They talk about us like they own us, like as if we're entitled to them. It's just crazy, man. Like it blows. Listen, and when Republicans talk like this too, I say the same thing. You don't own me, bro. Okay, The moment Trump starts to come out or anybody else starts to come out and start to talk about me or my community as there's something entitled to, no thank you. Because I'm a human. I'm not a number. I'm a human being. Okay? But these people are psychopaths. It's all about control. It's all about control. That's all they want. All they want to do, they talk about us like it's the freaking Kentucky Derby. Like they talk about us like statistically, like we're animals competing, or we need this many, we need that many, and we need to, put our resources over there. It's like, what the hell's wrong with you people? You guys don't own us. You're not entitled to me because of the color of my skin. I think for myself. I live for myself. I speak for myself. I am literally living on behalf of myself to the glory of God by his grace in obedience to him. That's who I am. If you guys agree with that, drop a 1 in the comment section below, because I'm sick of these people, dude. These people act like they own us. You got a news anchor on MSNBC saying, what do young people need to know so they can continue with their partisan loyalty? It's like, what the hell? These people literally think they own us. I don't know about y'all, but this is so unacceptable and so ridiculous, man. These people are a joke. They're a joke. They don't own us. They never will. So screw them. And you know what another thing is, like, they're asking themselves, how could this happen? How could this happen? It's like, dude, we don't want to happen to us what has happened to the black community. The black community has been destroyed by the Democrat Party. Okay? Policies that have been enacted that have destroyed the black family, separated the black mother from the black father with incentivizing payments to them, okay? They've convinced the black community by moving in Planned Parenthoods into their communities that it's somehow their body, their choice, and it's a form of independence to literally facilitate and commit your own genocide by murdering and executing all of your black babies in your womb as if it's something that's a good thing. Damn, dude, this is what they've done. Democrats have done this to these communities. They made them poor. They put them in poverty. Nothing ever changes. They brainwashed them to think that they're the ones that are actually on their side. Democrats are the ones that fought to keep slavery. Democrats are the ones that fought against the civil rights movement. And I'm not here to be a Republican shill. I'm just stating to you what's the facts. Why do you guys keep voting like this? The black community has been decimated by the Democrat Party, and nothing ever changes. All you guys ever are used for are political purposes. Where's Black Lives Matter now? It's not an election year anymore. All we saw 2020 were what? Black people rioting and looting in the streets because a black person got shot because he resisted arrest. He was high on fentanyl. And Democrats, what did they do? Ooh, pounce. Let's use the blacks. You ain't gonna do that to us. I'll tell you that right now. I'm a very loud and passionate and outspoken Hispanic, and I will not allow that to happen to my community. I don't care. I'll be as loud as I have to be. I will blow up this mic with my voice if I have to, because I will have to be as loud as I possibly can, because these people are louder than I am. And look at what they've done to the black community. They've decimated it. They've destroyed it. They've manipulated it. They have them on a mental, psychological slave plantation where they think that they're actually for them. And you think I want that for my community, for Hispanics? I don't want that for anybody. But blacks just seem to not want to listen. They keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over. The Democrats are for us. They own you. You're just a freaking talking head for a political party that doesn't do anything for you. As a Hispanic, I don't want that. You ain't gonna do that to me. We don't want that. And I address that as well. As you have a lot of Hispanics, you have people that are coming from communist countries, coming from Venezuela, okay? They're not going to want to come here and relive what they just came from. This is going to backfire. Listen, I know a lot of conservatives and America First patriots might disagree with me on this, but I don't care. okay? Because I'm an alpha and I speak for myself, and you got something to say to me, then let's debate. I'm a big boy. I'm not scared. Look at, when I talk to Border Patrol agents, there's like 180K apprehensions every single month since Joe Biden's taken office, okay? And the gotaways are like in like 50K in like RGV, some areas of Arizona. These are just the numbers they know about. When you talk to Border Patrol agents, these numbers are in the millions. Because there's people flooding this country they don't even know, coming from Guatemala, Honduras, you name it. All these Hispanics, Latinos, right? These people are not going anywhere. They're not going to get deported. They're here to stay. What's the smartest thing to do now? We have to somehow reach out to these communities, and they got to get red pilled, dude. These people have to know that they have been brought here to be slaves to the Democrat Party for centuries and decades to come. We have to reach out to these people, Hispanics, Latino speaking people, these organizations that do Hispanic outreach. We seriously have to target these communities and red pill them and show them you do not have to be a psychological slave to this political party, because they seem to be the ones that just allowed you to come into this country illegally by the droves. I'm just trying to offer solutions because, listen, I'll tell you right now, there ain't going to be mass deportations. These people are here to stay. Unfortunately, I'm not for illegal immigration, but what do we do now? Wouldn't it be interesting if all these people that they just brought in this country got outreached to by a bunch of based America First patriots and explained to them what's really going on with them? You know, you've been brought here by the Democrats because they want to enslave you, put you on welfare. They want you to vote for them for the rest of your life. You know they're going to get citizenship, dude. Biden's going to give 11 million DACA recipients citizenship. That's what he wants to do. What do you think he's going to do with all these people that just came into the country? I don't know, man. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? What do you think, man? I mean, I don't know. What do we do at this point? Wouldn't it be hilarious if all these people just turned? And you know who's going to get them to turn? It's going to be Hispanics, man. I'll tell you that right now. I don't know, man. We saw results under Trump. You know, at the end of the video, she's like asking her, what do young Latinos need to know so they can keep with this partisan loyalty and these voting patterns? What? It's like, what? It's like, okay, well, you know what they need to see? They need to see that this politician is actually going to produce some results, which we know Joe Biden's not going to do. She still doesn't bring up the border. It's like, hey, young Latinos, let me talk to y'all right now. All the leftists right now, all the Hispanics and Latinos that are all triggered because they can't fathom that someone isn't thinking just like them. Just listen to me real quick. Does it sit well with you that a political party has incentivized your communities in Honduras and Guatemala, and the list goes on? They're allowing these people, these desperate, hopeless people, to get kidnapped, raped, and murdered just to come to this country before they even get to the southern border of the United States. A lot of them are raped, murdered, and killed before they even get to the southern border of Mexico. The Democrat Party, through Joe Biden, called for this border surge because now they know that the biggest non-white voting bloc as of 2020 is now Hispanics. So they're going to import millions of these people, sacrificing a lot of women and children, being abducted, raped, killed, and murdered, all right, in the process, just so they can increase that voter base, because now they see that they're losing Latino influence. Does that sit well with you? That is literally a political strategy that is unfolding before your very eyes. And I, for one, am not going to sit here and accept it and say, this is progress. Y'all think you're woke. But you're asleep at the wheel. You want to wake up? Get based. You want to wake up? Get based. I don't know, man. These people mock God. These people mock guns. These people mock family because they side with Black Lives Matter, which is a neo-communist Marxist organization that is literally intentionally trying to disconnect, dismember the nuclear family. Okay? So when Hispanics and Latinos hear that, you know what we say? You ain't going to separate our family. All that BLM, all that communist garbage, all this racist woke CRT crap, we don't want that. That ain't gonna fly with Hispanics and Latinos, son. I'll tell you right now, it's not. It's not. It's not gonna fly. I don't care what you say. Hispanics do not want this crap. We don't want that oppressive ideology. We know, the Cubans know what communism brings. The Venezuelans know what socialism brings. You're not going to deceive us. Take your CRT, take your communism, take your socialism, take all your BS and shove it down your throat, because we don't want that. You're not going to shove it down our throats. It's a joke. You mess with the family, that's when you start to run into problems. And when Hispanics see that the Democrat Party sides with the communists through Black Lives Matter that want to dismantle the nuclear family, Hispanics see that and say, hell no! It's literally as simple as that, dude. It's literally as simple as that. These people hate God. They hate guns, self-protection. They hate the green. And what I mean by that, they hate individualism and capitalism. Hispanics are entrepreneurs. This socialism garbage is not compatible with us. We don't want to be recipients of the government. We don't want to be on welfare. We don't want to rely on the federal government. I want to build my own thing. Listen, when you go to Mexico, what do you see? When you leave and you're coming back into the United States of America, when you're in TJ, when you're down there at the Tijuana border, or when you're in different locations at the southern, in Tecate, the list goes on. What do you see? You see Mexicans standing in the heat, 100-degree plus heat, entrepreneurs hustling. Sometimes you see Mexicans down there with their legs cut off, bro. Have you seen those people in TJ? With their legs cut off, just selling stuff to make a living for themselves. That is who Mexicans, that is who Hispanics and Latinos are, bro. They're not lazy people. They're entrepreneur people that they will literally sell you something. They'll make their own living even if they have their own legs cut off. Hustlers, entrepreneurs. That's who we are. The communist, the socialist, the Marxist economic agenda, and the so-called social agenda that's coming through the communist BLM, defund the police, all that garbage. We don't want that. Defund the police. When you say that to Hispanics, do you know what that means? That means my family could get hurt if I'm not there for them. And these people wonder, man. And they wonder why. They wonder why they're losing support with Latinos. Listen, you think that Hispanics are down with your black supremacy coming through BLM? You think that, like, come on, like, seriously, you seriously think that the BLM black supremacist agenda is somehow going to be compatible with the Hispanic community? Those are two titans, bro. They're just ready to clash. You're going to start a race war, son. I'll tell you one thing, okay? Listen, white people, you know me. I love you. But I've been pushing you and pushing you. Start saying something, stand up, speak up, do something. You cannot be passive. You have to speak up for yourself, because these people are attempting to smear and slander your community. Y'all gonna end up slaves at the end of this if you guys don't stand up and do something with all this CRT garbage. Demanding reparations, and first it's gonna be monetary, but I'm telling you, man, these people are gonna want white slaves someday. These crazy black people, dude. I'm telling you, it sounds comical. You're laughing at me, but it's true. Listen, what am I saying? Hispanics and Latinos, that ain't gonna fly with us. We will not tolerate that for one freaking day. I'll tell you that right now. I don't know, white people, you may be more passive. I don't know, okay? I don't know. I'm just, all I see is that the white community really hasn't come out and started speaking out for themselves. I just haven't seen it yet. But I always encourage y'all, start doing it. But I'll tell you one thing, the Hispanic community will not tolerate that garbage. We're not going to tolerate some black supremacy. We are not going to tolerate that crap. We don't want supremacy. We just want to live, son. Like, you got Hispanics and Latinos that just want to own their businesses. They just want to be successful. They want to live the American dream. They just want their families to be taken care of. That's all Hispanics want, dude. They want to build their houses. They want to make babies, dude. They want to live a romantic life. Like, dude, they want to be actors. They just want to live. You ain't going to get that from us, I assure you. And the moment some kind of Latino supremacist movement comes out, I will be right there to literally speak out against it and resist it. I'll be right there. Because I don't care what the color of the skin is. I don't care if it's white. I don't care if it's black. I don't care if it's brown. I don't give a damn. Any kind of supremacy in this country, there's no room for it. I know. Listen, I know white people. I know, trust me, I know you guys get slandered. You get called a racist. It's hard for you to come out and speak out, but that's how they win. You got to do it anyways. You got to, man. You got to speak up for yourself, white people. I'm telling y'all are going to be slaves soon. You think I'm lying, dude? These people are calling for freaking reparations. Right now it's money. I guarantee you it's going to come to the point where these black supremacists they're going to want white slaves. I know. There's a lot of censorship as well, but to stay on topic, listen, I'm not being disrespectful to whites. I'm just pushing you. Just keep speaking up, okay? I'm encouraging you, because what's happening with CRT right now, these are doctrines of demons, bro. Like that's literally what they are. And we have to oppose them. We have to oppose them. All people, white, brown, black, all people. But white people, speak up. I'm telling you, man. Last but not least, man, Hispanics love patriotism, man. They love their country. They love their nationality. They love their home. If there's one thing about Hispanics and Latinos, they love God. They love their family, right? The faith, family, and their freedom. Freedom kind of coincides with patriotism. Their home. You go to a Hispanic home and it's loud and it smells like Mexican food, you know, like you're not all Hispanic people. I mean, my house doesn't smell like that, but I guess I'm just kind of like being stereotypical, but whatever, okay? Since when are stereotypes offensive? If a stereotype offends you, then this is the wrong show for you, okay? You go to a Hispanic's home, it's very homely. People love each other. People are, Hispanic people love their homes. That's what I'm trying to say. The bond between people, the communication. I mean, there's arguments like crazy, but the Hispanic community is very tight together. I mean, sometimes some people don't even move out, unfortunately, which is, a bad thing. But I guess what I'm trying to say is Hispanics love their home. And what's happening is what these woke tards don't understand. They love their family. They love their freedom. They love their God. Faith, family, freedom, right? But to speak on this aspect of freedom and their home, when the left is coming out saying that America is so bad, racist, oppressive, and such a terrible place to live for people of color, and then you have Hispanics that are watching and listening to that are like, where? It was funny. These people, man, they're racists. Because they're the ones that oppress the people of color by telling them you are oppressed, by telling them you can do nothing, by telling them that, because of the color of your skin, life is going to be harder for you. So you psychologically do that to somebody, and then they start to believe it, and they wonder why they're not moving forward in society. And right now, the point I'm trying to make is, why do these people say America is so bad? When I'm watching everything that's happening in the country, the only ones making America bad are the damn people that keep saying it's bad. So when I watch this as a person of color in this country, that communicates to me that you are lying to me. So I'm not going to support you. These people think that we're just stupid, dumb Hispanics. We're just stupid, dumb blacks that don't think things through, and they're just entitled to us in our vote because of the color of our skin, and they could say anything and everything. These people are so privileged, they think they can come on national TV and tell Hispanic Trump supporters the reason why you voted for Trump is because you're confused and you think you're white. It's like, dude. It's truly unbelievable. It's truly unbelievable, man. Alrighty, guys. Well, let's do some super chats, man. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight, man. We do super chats at the end of every single show. If you guys got to head out, please subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, and toggle on the all selection. Also, share this video far and wide, man. People need to hear this stuff. I'm extremely deboosted, but I love to do super chats. If you guys would like to ask me a question, we can talk about anything you want, man. Faith, politics, life, music, movies, the woke tards, whatever, man. I'm all up for it. So this is how you can support me. We are extremely deboosted on this channel for obvious reasons, because I'm not allowed to speak, because I say things that doesn't go with the narrative. I'm not one of the good Hispanics. So yeah, if you would like to support me, guys, drop a super chat below. And like I said, you can go to my website. The link is in the description, and give a donation through Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. And you can write a little note on the app, and I'll read it like a super chat on air right now. So we have some super chats, right? Alrighty, let's do some of these, man. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. This stuff is pretty ridiculous. I just don't understand how Latinos and Hispanics can watch this. You're like, what the hell? I think I'm white? This freaking Heina's racist, dog. I'm just telling you, dude. I'm not big on like doing the whole Hispanic type content, but when I see this stuff, I gotta address it, bro, because it's just ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Okay, we got a super chat from two super chats from Damazi626. We salute you. Damazi says, hell no, with two $5 super chats. Thank you for the $10, brother. Damazi626 says, hell no, we won't vote Democrat. I agree. Actually, the Latinos that tend to have an identity crisis and try to get closer to being white tend to vote Democrat. I'm Latino. I've seen it. That's actually very true. That's actually very true, because a lot of these virtue signalers, they don't realize. Here's how it goes. Listen, let me give you a little critical race theory breakdown. What these people teach is that the power structure is the people that control traditions, values, the culture, art, music, movies, and everything. Whoever's the dominant population are the ones who dominate culture and the way we think, our education and everything, right? This is what critical race theory teaches. So they teach right now that the ones who are that dominant culture are white people because they're the majority. And they equate that to supremacy just because they're the majority. If you use that logic in the NBA, then the NBA is black supremacist because it's nothing but black guys. Doesn't make sense, right? Yeah, I know. So what they teach is because the white people are the majority, that's white supremacy, and they dominate all culture, education, movies, politics, everything. They dominate everything, the way we think, our traditions, our holidays, everything. So what these people teach is that that power structure can be so powerful that it brainwashes minorities, the oppressed, to think that their reality is actually okay. All right? I find it interesting because what that does is you get a bunch of white people that are on the left and they start saying, without any evidence, they just say, that's true. We are the majority. We're white supremacists. So now you have millions of white people on the left running around saying they're white supremacists, talking to a bunch of blacks and Hispanics who don't agree with them, saying, yes, we are the white supremacists. We are the hegemony. We are the ones who dominate culture and everything. If you don't agree with us, our power is so great over you, we've brainwashed you. You're just a brainwashed black and Hispanic. These people are racist as hell, dude. That's why they call people like me, Candace Owens, Brandon Tatum, any person of color that doesn't agree with them, a white supremacist or a white supremacist collaborator, because we've been brainwashed by those who dominate the white culture. Duh. And it's always the white leftists that come out and say that to me. They don't realize these people are racist, dude. But anyways, that goes to my point. Because a lot of people on the left don't realize that. Like a lot of blacks and Hispanics on the left, they're like, yes, the white people on the left, you're the white supremacists. Anyone who doesn't agree with us is brainwashed by you. It's like, nah, dog, you've been brainwashed. You're basically listening to them. They're still the majority. They're dictating to you that they're white supremacists. And they just believe their ideology. Don't think for themselves. It's like, holy crap. Damn. All right, we got another super chat from Slow to Anger, a $5 super chat. We salute you. Great coverage, Drew. Longtime follower, thumbs up. Yes, Slow to Anger, thank you very much. With another super chat, a $20 super chat. That's $25. Dropping a 1 in agreeance. We salute you. Thank you so much, Slow to Anger, for the support. We're extremely deboosted. So I thank you guys for not only watching, but for donating as well. It means a lot to me. We have 2 donations without any comments from the Political Latino, a $1 donation. We salute you. Thank you. We have another $5 super chat from Aaron Wilson. We salute you as well. Patriot, thank you so much for recognizing real and supporting independent alternative media. I thank you guys very much. I truly do. We have another super chat from Stevie Capone. What's going on, my brother? Stevie with the $5 super chat says, what Dems woke-tards don't understand is that a lot of Hispanic Latino values are Christian. Yep. Based, which goes against everything Dems believe in. That's absolutely true. And they just cannot comprehend this. They just don't. Listen, for me, I think the biggest thing, because a lot of people will push back and say, well, a lot of millennial Hispanics and Latinos, they don't believe in God. They don't really have that faith, that are on the left. They don't really have that faith. So that's kind of like not an argument. But what I say is, I don't care what anybody says. You ask a Latino, regardless of their politics, you ask them, what's most important to you? The first thing that'll come out of their mouth, family. Family. What the communists want to do through Black Lives Matter and destabilize the nuclear family, that means to attack, detach Hispanic families. That is what Black Lives Matter wants to do. And the Democrat Party, supports these people. For me, whether you're on the left or whether you're on the right, if you're Hispanic and you're Latino and you claim that the value that means the most to you is your family, this party ain't for you, man. Because they support things that decimate our communities. Black Lives Matter is dangerous for Latinos. You heard me say it. And I agree, Stevie. I totally agree. I agree. We have another super chat from Grant Lee, a $5 super chat. We salute you, Grant. Thank you very much. Drew, do you know any information on the class action the lawsuit President Trump brought to the big tech elitists? I actually do. Let me break this down for you real quick. I was talking about this on Real America's Voice this morning, just to answer your question, because I love you and I care about you and I think you're amazing. I'm going to take the time to report to you what took place with this. I'm trying to find, I think it was a hilarious article from Axios that I thought was funny because they were trying to slander Trump. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on real quick, brother. I got you. Here it is. Let's get this up. This was a funny article that dropped this morning on Trump's lawsuit. And the way that they did it was pretty funny because they make some pretty stupid statements. Trump sues big tech CEOs. Former President Donald Trump, who has complained about censorship by social media giants, filed class action lawsuits Wednesday against Facebook, Twitter, and Google CEOs. Why it matters. It's the last escalation in Trump's year-long battle with Twitter and Facebook over free speech and censorship. Trump is completely banned from Twitter and is banned from Facebook for another 2 years. Details. Trump announced at an 11 a.m. press conference Wednesday that he is the lead class representative in a lawsuit being filed with the Southern District of Florida. The filing, Trump said, seeks immediate injunctive relief to allow the prompt restoration of his social media accounts. He said he is also asking the court to impose, he's asking for damages. He's suing them for damages, the three social media tech giants. Trump's legal effort is supported by the America First Policy Institute, a nonprofit focused on perpetuating Trump's policies through a new legal entity called the Constitutional Litigation Partnership. AFPI's president and CEO, Brooke Rollins, and board chair, Linda McMahon, both former Trump officials, accompanied him during the announcement. Class action lawsuits would enable Trump to sue the tech CEOs on behalf of a broader group of people who he argues have been censored by biased policies. Facebook and Twitter declined to comment. To date, now listen to this. This is what I thought was hilarious. Trump and other conservative critics have not presented any substantial evidence that either platform is biased against conservatives in its policies or implementation of them. You guys hear that? These people are saying Trump and other conservative critics have not presented any substantial evidence that either platform is biased against conservatives in its policies or implementation of them. Oops. Yet look what the beginning of the article says. Trump is completely banned from Twitter and Facebook for another 2 years. I'm not laughing that he's banned. But these people say there's no substantial evidence. But the president, listen, take this down. The sitting president of the United States of America was censored and deplatformed in front of the entire world to see. So we'll see where this goes. That's all I'm going to say. This has always been a criticism of me against Donald Trump. And for those of you that have been following me since 2018, one thing I was always saying, I was like, Trump's not doing enough to combat big tech. Something's going to happen. We're all getting censored out here, and they're probably going to go after him soon. People would unfollow me. How are you? You don't support Trump. How dare you criticize Trump and this and that? And here we are. Something like this should have happened during his presidency. I'm just saying, man. But at least it's something, right? At least it's something. Kaylin. I mean, it's true, man. I mean, the Hispanic community wants to make babies. I think people want to know that. People understand that. Sodomy is not going to do that. The sodomites are not going to advance the population of the Hispanic community. That's not a family value, okay? And people are going to understand that. That's not what we believe as a people. Because if you're going to value family real greatly, then sodomy is not the way. Because that's not pro-family, because that doesn't procreate. And what Latinos are for is growing their families. So, shout out to Caitlin. Do we have some more super chats? We do? Oh, okay, hold on. Wait, what happened here? I feel lost. Oh, here we go. Wait, boom. Sorry, guys. I lost my mind for like 2 seconds. Okay, hold on. We have some more super chats. Where did I leave off? Amanda with a $20 super chat. Amanda with the super sticker. It says, thank you for being you. Amanda, thank you very much. I truly appreciate the support. I just be myself. I always tell creators, I tell people that get involved with this stuff, just be yourself. Because if you're not, people are going to pick up on that. We can see the grifters. We know who's fake. I'm not some, I'll save that for another episode. We have another super chat from Marie C with a $25 super chat. We salute you. Marie C says, nailed it, Drew. Most Latinos are definitely about faith, family, and freedom. That is the opposite of the Democrat Party platform. We also value our independence and individualism. Yes, 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 yes. That's exactly what I was preaching a few moments ago. You're very right, Marie C. And doesn't it, Marie, listen, I don't know, Marie, if you're Hispanic, but one thing I'll tell you is like, doesn't it just blow your mind that these people are so disconnected? It's like they think they own us, like they're entitled to us because we're brown. What the hell does it matter with you? And what trips me up the most when I was watching this earlier, I was like, it was just shocking. I'm like, these people have no idea. Like they cannot fathom that we're not voting for them because we don't belong to them. To me, that's just, these are psychopaths, bro. These are psychopaths that want to control you. They feel entitled to you. It's crazy. We have another super chat from Cold Haterade, a $5 super chat. We salute you. Cold Haterade says, woketards bash this country thinking it'll make them famous, Gwenberry, and get them $1 million deals. Yeah, Patrice Coolers, I guess we have Colin Kaepernick to thank for that. Yeah, it's a grift. It's literally a grift. And isn't it just an ironic grift? People that claim that they're oppressed in this country coming out in the mainstream on a big stage saying that they're oppressed in this country, claiming to be a voice for their people, somehow turning that into a very successful career. We're so oppressed. I'm oppressed. I'm oppressed. I'm oppressed. I stand on an NFL stage, the Olympic stage. I'm oppressed. I'm oppressed. Multi-million-dollar book deal because I'm so oppressed. Yeah, right? It's a freaking joke. It's a grift. It's a disgrace to black and brown people. These people are using us. They're lying about us to profit themselves off of us. Off a lie. I should go back on InfoWars. What do you guys think? Should I go back on InfoWars this week? It's been a while since I've got on with Alex Jones and just like yelled at the world. It's always my favorite. Drew, you need to do stand-up. You're funny. Am I? Do you guys think I'm funny? I personally don't think I'm funny. I think I just say things that are, I don't know, maybe true, sarcastically, and it's like funny. I don't know. I don't want to be something I'm not. Yeah, dude. Preview. We have another super chat from Angel M, a $5 super chat. We salute you. Angel M says, Drew, you are my favorite. You are to me, and I love how passionate and real you are. I agree with everything you say. I'm a former Democrat, now Trump supporter. Well, congratulations to you, and thank you so much for your support. I commend you. I encourage you not to look back and continue to think for yourself. Don't think that the Republicans are the good guys, because there's bad guys in there too and rhinos there that don't care about you. I encourage people to seek and find the truth in absolutely everything that comes your way in life, whether it's political, whether it's spiritual, whatever it may be. Obviously, I'm a Christian, so I encourage people to go down the path of Christ and using the Word of God as your filter. But Angel, I encourage you to continue to think for yourself as you go down this journey called life. And I'm proud of you, and I'm thankful that you're not a brainwashed Democrat, because people like that are just a shame. God bless their little souls. We have another super chat from Adrian Sanchez, a $5 super chat. We salute you. Adrian Sanchez says, proud to be an American. 40 years ago, you could be banned. 40 years ago, you could ban this kind of radical talk. This has to change. This has changed. So sad. God bless. Yeah, it's very sad. We are watching the fabric of this country, the moral fabric, the patriotic fabric, the religious fabric in terms of our Christian values. We are watching the destabilization. We are watching all of this just deteriorate right before our eyes. It's sad. But this is why patriots have to get involved. Whether you want to get involved politically, whether you want to get involved in entertainment, wherever you are, just get involved, take your values and go. Because now is not the time to be afraid. You're going to get canceled anyways, bro. If you're going to get canceled actually standing up for your freedom. I'm not saying go commit acts of political violence. I'm just saying do everything in your First Amendment peaceful rights to take your values in any avenue you find yourself, because we need that. We need that. I met this guy at the border. He was this Hispanic guy. He's like he's involved. He's like a political consultant. He helps candidates that are running for political office. And I was like, well, what do you want to do, man? Like, it's really cool that you do this. Is this like your thing? And, you know, he was like, you know, what I really want to do is I think I'm going to join the Border Patrol. I was like, whoa. So you're going to leave political consulting and you want to join the Border Patrol right now? He's like, yeah, I think now's the time to do it. Because look what's happening. That's the kind of stuff we need right now. What we need right now are people that are willing to go down paths that people are not willing to go down. We need people in all avenues that are being attacked in this country. I'll put it to you this way. Did you know that the cultural Marxists, their doctrine and their teaching and their strategy is to infiltrate all channels of society? Art, music, movies, education, politics, science, medicine, everything. Everything. That's what we have to do. And meet them there. I'll leave it at that. All righty. Do we have any more super chats? Let me see. Let me pull this up. We have another super chat from Stevie. From Rachel, a $10 super chat. We salute you. Rachel says, why illegal immigrants at least get deported if they commit a crime? Will illegal immigrants at least get deported if they commit a crime? I think the answer to that is no, under Joe Biden, because they're letting violent criminals into the country unvetted. That's just a fact. Unvetted. Horrifying video of a man assaulting a woman in New York, broad daylight, a couple days ago. People are speculating he was illegal. Listen, this is what I'm going to tell you. There are millions of people coming into this country, unvetted. We haven't seen the impacts of it yet. Give it a few months. It's going to start to show. It's going to start to show, and it's going to be shocking, okay? It's going to be shocking what Americans are going to... Listen, what happened in Germany and Europe with the influx of illegal immigration, they imported like, I forgot how many, millions of Muslims, and the list goes on. They changed the demographics of a lot of locations in Germany, where their lives changed, their way of life. Like, we were hearing horror stories. This was when Hillary Clinton wanted to be president. When they were changing the demographics through illegal immigration in 2016, 2015, there were horror stories of people saying that they couldn't go and walk down the street anymore. Women were being raped by Muslims because their whole life changed. Their whole communities changed. Just wait. This is exactly what they have done to America. It's happening right now. And this isn't alarmism. I'm not gaslighting you. This is the truth, man. We're going to start to see it. It's going to be sad. We have another super chat from Stevie Capone, a $5 super chat. We salute you. Stevie says, at this point, how can anyone, specifically people of color, defend the racist Democrat Party? Their great messiah, Joe Biden, says racist stuff every other week. I don't know, man. I think it's a spiritual issue, because the Bible makes it very clear that the God of this age, in little g, this is what the book of Corinthians says, speaking of Satan, Lucifer, has blinded the eyes of the unbeliever. So people that are not born again, that are born into this world in their sinful nature, they're sitting ducks. They wouldn't be able to discern something demonic right in front of their eyes if their life depended on it. When you read Romans 1, it gets even worse. There's a specific judgment in Romans 1 where a society rejects the truth of God. They're aware of the truth of God, but they willfully reject it, so God gives them over to a depraved mind. And one of the symptoms of that depraved mind is they're unable to discern. Their moral code is completely thrown out the window. That's where we're at, man. And sodomy is a symptom of that as well. We got another super chat from Based Moon, a $5 super chat. Do you like Nick Fuentes? I think what's happened to Nick is a shame. I don't think Nick should be so censored as he is. I mean, I think everyone has the right to free speech. I think Nick is on like a no-fly list, which is pretty sad. I think what's happening to some of these Americans is completely un-American. I think the GOP turning around and attacking. How old's the guy? Like, I don't know. How old is Nick? I don't know if he's like 20. He's young. He's a young guy. I just find it interesting that the GOP decides to slander Nick Fuentes when you got communists trying to subvert the country and destroy this country from within. Makes you wonder, whose side are some of these rhinos really on? We have another super chat from Marsha. $10 super chat with no message. Marsha, thank you so much for the support. We truly appreciate it. Thank you guys very much. It's okay. Thank you so much for the support. I truly appreciate it. God knows we need it. Yes, there are many GOP traitors. It's sad. It's ridiculous what people are having to go through in this country. It's really sad. But, well, guys, I totally am thankful for you guys tonight. Thank you guys for the super chats, man. Thank you guys. Oh, wait, we got a donation on, what is this? Sorry, guys. I just lost it. Oh, wait, no, there it is. We have a donation on Cash App. I wanted to not miss this because I'm thankful for you guys. We have another message on Cash App. Trying to pull this up. From Lola TX. For how dare you think of yourself? I'm not sure what this means, Lola. For how you think of yourself. I'm not quite too sure. But Lola, thank you for the $10 super chat on Cash App. I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support, the $10 donation on Cash App, Lola. Thank you guys very much. Guys, we do this show Monday through Friday, starting at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure to tune in, guys. We need you guys, man, because YouTube doesn't send notifications for some reason. So remember the times. If I don't go live, I will write in the community section, hey, I can't go live today. Sometimes I'm out reporting or I'm out doing something else or I got a show to do on a network. So I'll keep you guys in the loop. So make sure to turn on the notification section on this channel. Share this video. Smash that like button. Destroy that like button. Like I said, share this video far and wide. Listen, like I'm telling you guys, don't sleep on these people. These people want to subvert the country. They want to use the Hispanic community. They want to do to the Hispanic community what they've done to the black community, and we ain't having it, guys. So keep your eyes open. Don't let these people discourage you. Don't be demoralized. Continue to push forward. I love you guys very much. I will see you guys, Lord willing, tomorrow. Like I said, at the same time, share this video, guys. Love you guys very much. I'll see you next time. And until next time, America, stay free.